In the last episode, Courtney and I shared our story. We explained how the hell we ended up in a van in Mexico, and we turned what was looking like one of the worst Christmases ever into one of the best.
Is that a joint, man?
If you haven't seen it yet, click on the link on screen. In this episode, we travel from the top of Baja, Mexico, 1,600 kilometres all the way to the bottom to catch up with friends in Cabo. And as you might expect, things didn't always go to plan. Our first stop was San Felipe on Baja's east coast. By the time we arrived, it was dark, so we were excited to wake up in the morning and check out our new surroundings.
Well, top of the morning to you. We left our campsite, our bloody lovely Christmas campsite up in the wine region yesterday, and we made our way yesterday afternoon across to San Felipe. We haven't been here before, weren't really too sure what we were going to find. We just wanted to find somewhere new so we could start making our way down south. And we've woken up here this morning, and I don't know if you can see this behind me. Right here, yeah, it's dead set, bloody beautiful. Amazing, really, really nice. We're right here on the beach. It's super warm. We've been up in the hills and it's been really, really cold. And this morning it's we can get rid of our coats and our jumpers and trackies and all of that kind of gear, and pretty much jump in a pair of boardies. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to jump in some boardies, go for a little run on the beach, and yeah, life's pretty bloody good, mate, here in San Felipe. Yep, you're guilty.
It was time to hit the road again, with the next stop being Bahia de Los Angeles.
As you stop me just a second.
We heard the roads weren't real flash in Baja, but we weren't expecting one of the main highways to look like this.
Like you smashed me with a hammer. I'm ready to see we fell apart. I'm ready to believe you have a heart. And then you said, hey, we can build it all up again.
After spending most of the day testing out the van's durability, we were back on the smooth stuff. And as usual, we arrived in our new destination in the dark.
So we seem to have started playing a bit of a game. We rock up somewhere in the dark where we can't see anything, and then we wake up in the morning and we have a bit of a look around and see where we ended up. And we seem to be getting pretty bloody good at this game. Have a look at this joint.
After a while, I'm sensing a smile. After a while, I'm sensing a smile.
We're down a reasonable way down at Baja Norte. We're heading south. We're trying to do the crossing into the southern part of Baja today. We're a bit low on fuel, and we thought there'd be fuel in this town, and there's really not much here in this town at all. I don't know if you can kind of see where I am, but it's pretty bloody sparse. So I'm going to try and get a bit of gas and top us up, which will hopefully get us down to Guerrero Negro, which is where the border crossing is to Baja, California Sur.
Baja was definitely living up to its reputation of having some of the most rubbish roads on the planet. Have a look at these potholes, would ya? It was a pretty straightforward process at the border crossing. They didn't require our passports, and they charged us $20 to give the van a quick spray. The scenery was really spectacular, so Courtney stuck her head out the window for a closer look. We stopped in the next town to find a laundry and set up camp for the night.
This time we're looking for a lavadora or a lavomatica. I think one's the establishment and one's the actual machine. It's a washing machine we're looking for, mate. We stink. Everything's dirty, mate. People, don't worry about us looking like gringos walking up the street. They can smell us before they can even sell us. We're dead set reeking. Hola. Just some of our fans there. If that had zoomed in, you would have seen they had pegs on their noses. Oh, we've woken up the dogs. Gee whiz. We've woken them up from their little siesta. Courtney thinks she's found it. What's she found? Let's have a look, eh? Here we go. That's a happy dance. That's a job well done. There we go. Lavomatic. We got pretty close. Bloody well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, you look pretty retarded doing that, but...
Really hungry looking doggy. And I have 12 pesos in my purse to buy this bad boy. And I think it's a chicken side.
Oh, that's so nice. Lady, hey, is that alright? Heartbreaking how they treat some of their dogs over here. They really don't have the same kind of culture as we do in Australia. And yeah, there's a lot of dogs getting around that aren't looking too healthy. So Courtney decided to do a little thing for the dog population here in where are we? Oh mate, we're stuck we're in the middle of Baja somewhere. We're out in the fucking prairie, feeding prairie dogs.
We had a feeling we had a little stowaway, and we do love animals, but we just don't have enough room in the van for a pet. So sorry little fella, you're gonna have to find another home. We woke up the next day super excited to be heading to the Bay of Contraception.
We drove into a cactus and we've got a cactus stuck in the tyre. So we're just going to let that one go flat, enjoy itself over there for a little while. I might cook up some bacon and eggs.
When I think of all the places we could have got stuck, I'm super grateful we got stuck here.
Look, I think after triangulating it from where we were to where it is to where we currently are now, I think it's going to be over here. Alright, there's the van there. That's where I was flying the drone from. These here, these are the bushes that got in the way. We've got her back, ladies and gentlemen. She seems to be okay. There doesn't seem to be too many problems. Just need to put a bit of a message out there. Be careful out there, kids. These are dangerous. They're not a toy. They're a very serious piece of helicopter equipment. We take it very seriously. We had a bit of a look around and made sure there was no one around. I got out some witches hats and Courtney put a fluoro vest on, and we were ready to fly. So we were very careful. Make sure you guys are careful too.
And as the sun set on 2017, we had a few cheeky vinos and tried to build a gingerbread house.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's not Humpty Dumpty's house, man.
scary, isn't it? Hey, Grandpa Spider. I thought it was bad in Australia. It probably is bad in Australia. We've got snakes and spiders. I'm not sure what this flying beast is though. What is this thing? Oh, there you go. Hey, just when you think it's a cactus, it isn't even a cactus. It's not even really that impressive, is it? Hey, you'd think it'd be some kind of extra spiky cactus spear. Next thing you know, just looks like a bit of asparagus. Here you have it. It's time to be a bloke. I've got the bloke box out. We don't need the superpower. That's if we get a dead battery. No one's dying, so we don't need the first aid kit. What else have we got in here? We're definitely going to need this to pump the tyre up later. We've got the toy version, so it should pump that tyre up in about 24 hours, I reckon. And what else have we got here? Yep, that's what we're looking for. Deluxe tyre plug kit. Well, it's another bloody marvellous morning here in paradise. You can probably hear the compressor going in the background. Fixed a couple of punches in the tyre. Hopefully we'll get that bad boy up and running. We've got to get to Cabo. Things got to happen now. We're ready to go, all right? And while I'm getting stuck into that, Courtney's over here somewhere. And she's just having a play with the local wildlife. Pretty exciting stuff.
This is living, Barry. This is living, Barry.
In the next episode, we complete our journey to the bottom of Baja to catch up with our great friends Drew and Emily. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your mates.